It was March 16th, 1968. I was bar mitzvahed, and my Torah portion that week was Parashat Tisa. Yes, this is the Torah portion for this week, and this is the Torah portion when I was bar mitzvahed back in 1968. Just a personal word here. To be honest, I was not raised in a traditional Jewish home. All my learning of Hebrew and rabbinic study came much later in life, came as an older teenager and then came as an adult. I was raised in a conservative Jewish home, so I learned to chant the portion, Torah, Haftarah, that I was required to read, but I didn't even know what it said. I didn't know what the words meant, and no one even explained to me and gave me the spiritual background. Years later, when I realized this was the text, I was amazed. It's a tremendously powerful, important, passionate text, one of the most important narratives in all of Torah. And then the Haftarah, the portion from the prophets that is read, comes from Malachim Aleph, from 1 Kings 18, where Elijah calls down fire from heaven. Exactly. So here's where we start in Shemot, Exodus chapter 30, verse 11. Vaydeber Adonai Moshe lemor. Again from the Stone translation, Hashem spoke to Moses, saying, Ki tisat rosh b'nei Yisrael v'ivkudehem v'natnu ish kofer nafsho la'Adonai b'ivkod otam v'lo yevahem negef b'ivkod otam. When you take a census of the children of Israel according to their numbers, every man shall give Hashem an atonement for his soul when counting them, so that there will not be a plague among them when counting them, an atonement for his soul or a ransom for his soul. Well, this is right at the end of the section before Moses comes down from Har Sinai, before Moshe comes down from Mount Sinai. When he comes down from Mount Sinai in Shemot, the 32nd chapter, he finds that the people have fallen into idolatry. They have broken the very first of the commandments that God gave. They have made an idol. That's why God sends Moshe back down to the people. He is absolutely furious. He takes the tablets, he breaks them in two, and then punishes the people for their idolatry. And God is ready. I mean, his wrath is ready to explode and wipe out the people. Moshe intercedes. It's an extraordinary section here. And look at what happens in chapter 33. God offers to make a new people from Moshe. And as rabbinic tradition says, that Moses pleads with the Lord and says, look, if a chair with three legs can't stand, namely Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the patriarchs, how is it going to stand on one leg? If you're going to build a new people just from me, how is it going to stand? And yes, judgment does come. About 3,000 Israelites die as a result of this, but God does spare the people. And then Moshe begins to intercede. And let's look at this in verse 12. Yomer Moshe el Adonai re'eh ata omer laha'al et ha'am hazeh ve'ata lo hodatani et asher tishlachimi ve'ata amarta yidaticha v'shem v'gam matzati chen b'enai. Moses said to Hashem, see, you say to me, take this people onward, but you did not inform me whom you'll send with me, and you had said, I shall know you by name. You have also found favor in my eyes. And then this is God's answer. And Moshe continues, Vata imna matzati chen beinecha hodi'eni na et rachecha ve'dacha laman emsa chen beinecha urekim amcha hagoy hazeh. So Moshe continues, and now if I have indeed found favor in your eyes, make your way known to me, so that I may know you, so that I may find favor in your eyes, and see that this nation is your people. And now look at how God responds to him here in verse 14. V'yomar panai yelechu v'hanichotilach. And he said, my presence will go with you, and it'll provide you rest. Moshe said, if your presence does not go along, do not bring us forward from here. He said to him, if your presence does not go along, do not bring us forward from here. How then will it be known that I found favor in your eyes, I and your people, unless you accompany us? I and your people will be made distinct from every people on the face of the earth. God complies. God says, I will do it. And then Moses cries out. It's just a short cry. And he says this, Har'eni nat kvodecha. Show me your glory. This is a staggering prayer. Moshe has seen God deliver his people, Israel, out of Egypt. Moshe has seen the 10 plagues. Moshe has seen the parting of the sea. Moshe has seen God come down on Har Sinai and Mount Sinai in power and glory, so the whole nation is trembling and the mountain is trembling. And he's been with him on the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights in the midst of the splendor and glory of God. And yet he says, show me your glory. Can I tell you something frankly? When God radically changed my life over 43 years ago and opened my eyes to the fact that Yeshua was our Messiah, something even as a non-religious Jew I didn't believe for a split second, and I had never considered it. My life was so radically changed that a hunger came into my heart to know God and to walk with God and to experience God and to be touched by his glory. And I want to say that through the Messiah, through Yeshua, the Shekhinah, the manifest presence of God, the power of God's Ruach is made known to us. This prayer to see the glory of God can be realized through Yeshua, who makes the glory of God known. This prayer of desperate spiritual hunger, like the psalmist, Samalacha nafshi, kamalacha basari. My flesh and soul and body, they long for you, they thirst for you. You can find an outlet for that thirst in Yeshua, the Messiah. You can find fulfillment. Yeshua himself said, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never hunger. Whoever believes in me will never thirst. Yeshua said, I am the water of life. Whoever drinks of me will never thirst. Are you hungry? Are you desperate to see the glory of God? Do you want to be filled with the fullness of God? Do you want to know God as he desires to be made known? It will all happen through Yeshua, the Messiah. It's the ultimate answer to the prayer that Moses prayed.